So a while ago I made this video and I felt pretty uncomfortable about it. I had too much anxiety about putting it out. And it's a video that I think is important. I think it could help someone, anyone really. And I'm just gonna put it out there. It's about this deep conversation survey that I put out a while ago. And if you submitted to that survey, I really appreciate that. And this is just there's a conversation about one of the comments I got in that survey, or one of the responses, I should say. So I hope you find this useful, and it'll probably seem weird, and there might be more of them. I don't know. I just want to help, so whatever works. The first question from my survey was, within the past month, how many deep conversations have you had? From that question, though, the second question was built, which asks, are you satisfied with this number? And if not, what has prevented you from increasing it? Now, I got a lot of different responses from this one, but there was one that really stuck out, and it said, no, dash, my own self-worth. The reason that I really wanted to talk about this is because self-worth is something that can really cripple someone from anything. It builds up a lot of anxiety and makes us feel like we deserve a lot less than we actually do. I'm not here to pick on whoever said it. If anything, I just want to let them know how much they're really worth. To begin that discussion, I want to start by talking about the basis of everyone's worth, which is we are all humans. That is, at the minimum, what you deserve. The same amount of respect that any other living being deserves. So what is a human's minimum level of worth? The way to think about it, I think, is very much in the essence of, well, what are you entitled to? And I mean, I'm entitled to my body. I'm entitled to what I do with my body, and I'm entitled to what I own. That's my own mind, my own mental and physical health. These are all things that I deserve to be in control of. So when we start to talk about what a human's worth, they're at least worth that much respect. If I am interacting with another person, I at least deserve to treat them with those things in mind, that they are entitled to their mental health and they are entitled to their physical health. I don't have the right to offend or hurt or damage that in any way, because that's outside of my bubble. All of us humans can be thought of as just a bunch of bubbles, and I think worth is a statement of, well, how big is my bubble? It's really easy for us to see us as such small bubbles with all these bubbles around us, but don't ever think that your bubble is nothing. You, as a human, are entitled to at least some air to breathe that's your own and no one else's, and it's contained inside of your bubble. No one has the right to enter that sphere. With that being said, the bubble can grow. Don't think that the growth is dependent on who cares about you or your popularity or anything about that. Very much the opposite. The basis level that I try to tell people when evaluating self-worth, to avoid self-deprecation, is to think about self-worth in I am worth as much as I treat other people. If I treat other people as worth the world, then I'm worth the world. If you treat others with respect and care, or you go beyond and you treat them with love and passion, you give them everything you have, you deserve that back. You do. Even if you're not getting it back, doesn't mean you don't deserve it. If you are in a relationship with someone where you keep giving them and supporting them, you feel like they're not appreciating, keyword appreciating even, what you're doing. Whether that's by giving you that same respect in return, or even saying the word thank you when you do something, then that person doesn't deserve you, not the other way around. It just means that this is a person that doesn't deserve the worth that they're getting from you. It's easy for us to forget how much we're worth when we're evaluating it based on the people around us or how much love and support we get. But let me be clear, when you're stuck in your own head, there's only one thing moving you. And if you are moving downwards in a spiral of anxiety and depression and self-deprecation, you're only going to keep going that way. That's why it's important to have these conversations with other people, or just to have different metrics for how to gauge things that take away how you see it all. So consider this one. Your self-worth begins here, but this is just the minimum. You can grow and grow and grow, and it all just depends
on how you treat others. And if you find that someone is not treating you for the worth that you truly are, if you're putting in everything you have into them and they're giving you nothing back, then all that means is that person has a low self-worth, and they sure as hell don't deserve yours.
So that was it. I hope you enjoyed, and I really appreciate you if you took the time to actually listen to what I was saying. And, comment below if you have any thoughts. I would love to hear what you all think about self-worth and what you think self-worth is defined to be. So, yeah. Thanks.